Hey traders, John Howell here. Today, I want to give you guys a bit of an update on some things that I talked about yesterday. And it's really interesting that things are happening right now that I actually talked about yesterday. So anyway, guys, let's just get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. All right, traders, let's get straight into it. If you do need my help, guys, I've got a bit of a free gift for you. So if you click on that link in the description, I'm actually giving you free access to my whole complete trading course that I got. So you can get free access to that, guys, or go to johnsfreegift.com or first link in the description. Now, the market is actually still open. We've still got like about an hour left of the market open. As I'm doing this recording, you can see things are still moving around and things are happening here. We've got the Nasdaq down a little bit. There's something on the Nasdaq that I'll talk about a bit later on as well too. And also we got the Dow. It's not really doing too much. So the Nasdaq is actually getting hit quite hard today, or the hardest, should I say, out of all this sector. We've got the Russell down just a little bit anyway. But we're definitely getting the Dow Jones being one of the strongest out of that there. And one of the I've actually got a belief of why I believe that is happening, and why the Dow Jones is much stronger today. I'm going to talk to you about the banking sector today as well too, and what's happening there. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is I talked about the energy sector possibly getting ready to have a rise. I actually placed the trades that I talked about yesterday, right? Firstly was the XLE, and I talked about how we had this pullback through here, right? A beautiful pullback, and then we had this beautiful breakaway bar. And I talked about how we got this very strong breakaway bar with a very strong increase in volume. And I said, we're probably going to start to get a rise out of this. And this thing is absolutely just taken off. And if I trade options, so if you look at the option prices, we've had a very, very, very phenomenal move. Even just for one day when it comes to even just the option prices. Again, so it's been a beautiful trade for me. I also talked about a couple of different stocks like Oxy as well too. So Oxy, and you can see that that's exactly what happened there. But I also talked about Oxy had a very nice move, and also XOM. I talked to XOM. So XOM and the XLE were the trades that I took, and just that'll do pig. The bulls and bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. So again, you can see the option prices have just been in the multiple 100% returns for both of these trades. So just beautiful trades to start off the new year. But the whole thing, guys, is I talked about this yesterday. I basically gave you guys the trades, right, which was XOM and the XLE, and I talked about how we're having a bit of a pullback, but also talked about how we're actually getting a bit of a strong trend as well too. We've got a higher low. This is probably going to be some sort of a higher low and breaking out on the weekly charts. And I talked about that yesterday. And that's exactly what I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, but that's the way the market works, right? So bulls and bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That'll do pig for these short-term trades anyway. I have longer term, I'm very, very, very bullish on the energy sector, but you can see what's happening through here, okay? So we can see that we had a very strong pullback, and now we're getting a very strong breakout with some very strong volume here when it comes to the XOM and even the XLE as well too. So the energy sector, as I talked about yesterday, is definitely coming back to life. For you traders that were with me last year in my private client group, you will know that I was said all of last year, and maybe even some of you guys on the YouTubes as well too, that I talked about how I believe that the energy sector is going to be very, very, very bullish in the energy sector. And again, the reason why I'm saying that is I'm actually just reading the markets. I'm reading the charts. I'm seeing what the charts are telling me, and all that simply means is that I'm looking at the daily charts, but I'm looking at these weekly charts as well too. And you can see we're getting look at this here, just a beautiful bounce, especially on the XLE. It's one of the reasons why it actually gave me the confidence to trade it, right? We had the support. Look at this here, came right back down to that level there, came right back down to this support level here, bounced there. This is a weekly chart, guys, okay? Bounced there and then bounced here, and now we're breaking up. And look what's happening right now. We're breaking up, and we're getting ready to break past these sort of highs up through here as well too. So that's, once we actually break up through there, we should start to see, yeah, because I'm looking at the energy sector now on the weekly charts, and let me just blow that right up. You can see that just by noticing where we are right now, we're getting some very strong trend. Once we start to really clear this level, then again, this whole that whole major resistance level was definitely that through there. You can see it came up, came down, found it as support, and now we're actually breaking back up again. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see the energy sector start to have a rise up towards the 80 level. Now we're getting back above this level through here. So this is actually very, very, very strong. And especially where we are right now, we've got that beautiful, it's just a very strong trend, guys. And this is where trading doesn't have to be that complicated, right? Just a very strong trend. What is it? Up, down, higher, low, up. And this is a significant, right? This is like, significant simply means it's like, you know the whole 50% retracements, right? You can see here from the low to the high. If I bring that down to the low to the high and I zoom in, you'll be able to see that that dotted line right there is the 50% level when it comes to the energy sector. And that's why I mean significant, right? The 50%, when the market does this, traders, all that simply means is that the trend is very strong. When the market has a run up and we have a pullback 50% or less, and then we continue like this, it just shows there's a lot of momentum, a lot of strength in that market as at the point of doing that trade. So, and especially what we're seeing right now, we've got this overall big pullback through here, right? Overall big pullback. And we've had the pullback, right? We've had the not much going on for a while. This is the pullback. And now we're getting what? Now we're starting to get a breakout with some volume. It doesn't mean we're going to go up tomorrow. We could get this tomorrow. You know what I mean? But overall, we should start to see over the next few months, we should start to see a rise. And once again, especially if we go down to this level through here as well too, you can see, again, just a very strong trend where we are right now. If I go to, let's go to XOM, and you can see very, 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 very similar situation as well too on XOM. You can see how we had a lot of major support level. We haven't actually broken past that level there yet, right? We had a lot of major support level. You can see once it actually broke, we had the waterworks in 2020, and now we've actually been rising up through here. So there's actually possibly a bit of a trend line coming down. There's maybe something going on through there. Let's actually just see. There's possibly something going on through there as well too, but that's actually now breaking out of that level through there. So I wouldn't really use that. But I'm definitely seeing there's a very sort of strong, significant levels up around the 90 level. Again, it's just an even number. You can see around the 70. But you can see what's happening here, right? We're compressing up. So we're not out of the woodworks yet on XOM, but by looking at this here, okay, by looking at this chart here, once again, traders, we're coming off a low and we're coming off a strong higher low, and we're pushing up against this. You could even call it some sort of ascending triangle pattern. And once we actually break, we should start to see a very, very, very nice rise in the markets. And as you can see, this is how I'm reading. The big picture gives me like an overall, where's that strong momentum? And then once I get this sort of strong momentum, which is all that simply means is that we're getting very strong higher lows. Just very nice higher lows. That's all it means, guys. It's not complicated, okay? And then we go down to the daily charts. And then all I'm doing is I'm waiting for that pullback first, right? You buy low, sell high, right? And how you do that, you wait for a pullback. And then when the market starts to break out, there's a good probability, right? And there's a good probability the market's going to break up, and we're going to go for a run through there. So for a short-term trade, for an options trade, guys, I couldn't ask for any more. There's the percentage return today, traders, has been phenomenal for me. So that'll do pig for me for my short-term trades. But I'm also long-term bullish overall from an investing point of view from that when it comes to the energy sector. So that was one thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Next thing I want to talk to you about, guys, is a trade that I did on Ford. I did a trade yesterday on Ford, and I'm going to explain to you the reasons why I took this. Basically, one, because it is with the strong trend, right? High lows, right? You know, the The trend is your friend until the end. But there is a pattern that I've noticed over my years, especially the last couple of years, that I've started to see happening. And it's very, 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 very powerful. What happens is the market will run up. It'll go through a bit of a pullback. It'll break out initially. And sometimes that is actually a false breakout. Now, generally, or a lot of the times, that'll be a false breakout because we had a very big move up and not much sideways movement, right? Think about this. When we have a very strong move up for quite some time, this is you using energy, right? Just say you had a very, very, very big session at the gym and you've used a lot of energy. Well, now you're tired, right? You're spent. You need to spend some time laying down, going to sleep, refueling the body, maybe having some hot baths or cold showers, which I do all the above. I have hot baths. I have even cold baths as well too. We need some time. We need a lot of time to rest, right? To really fully recover. That's how the market works. We have a very big move. We just need a lot of time to recover. So sometimes the market will do this breakout thing through here, and that's generally a false breakout. The market will come back down, and then it'll go sideways here, and then we'll start to break out again. Now we've had, guess what? Now we've had a lot of rest right? Like us with the gym. We went to the gym. We had a lot of time there. Now we've come back. Now we've had a lot of rest. Now the market's refueled. And now we're ready to go to the gym again and have a really good workout again. Make sense? And so this is what happens. And so you can see it's like a false breakout first, but we are trading with the trend, right? The trend is definitely strong up. And then we start to get this pattern. And this is exactly what I saw happening on Ford yesterday. And I just wanted to share this with you and the reason why it works so well. Again, with options, guys, options has been just phenomenal for me today. As you can see, let me just come on. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the reason why I wasn't doing it like that there, right? So you can see, like, look at the options returns today, traders. Like, just what an amazing, incredible start to the end to the year, guys. These three trades, XLM, XLE, and then Ford, just phenomenal. You can see the returns there, just been phenomenal. So, and again, the energy sector, I even talked to you guys about that yesterday. So, but once again, let me get back onto the Ford trade, right? And this is the reason why I got into Ford, is because we had a very strong trend up. Look at this here, beautiful high low, beautiful high low, and look what happened. Right, we just had a very strong support level, came down. Look where it happened, came all the way down to the support level, and then look what happened. And then we started to break out. But not only did we start to break out, but look what we started to break above that level through there, as you can see. But what was happening? Remember I said before, right? We had a very strong move up, so we had a lot of time at the gym, and then now we had the false breakout first. So that was that false breakout. And then we needed a little bit more time, and then now we're getting ready to go. And then especially with that increase in volume after all this pullback, right? You buy after a pullback, not after the market. And this is where a lot of you traders, if you're trading the market right now and you're new, you're probably making a lot of mistakes because you're waiting for the market to go up like this here, and you're getting in here because you think the market's going to continue, right? This is where my trading has been so successful from a standpoint of just waiting for the pullbacks. Now, I don't always make profits, traders, and I do get losses, but if I can make the percent returns on the options today, and I can, like I am getting right now, and I can have a 20 or 30% loss, right? Even 40% losses in the returns that I'm getting even from today. But now today is out of the abnormal, guys. I do make good money on the options, but generally I don't get massive moves in all my trades really quickly. It's generally a slow progress, right? And so that's the reason why I got into that, because look at this here, false breakout for one. Once again, traders, that was that. See that there? See it broke up and came back down. That was the first breakout. It just needed a bit more time rest. And then when we got this strong breakout with a very strong volume, that was telling me we're getting ready to go again, right? We've now spent a bit of time going, we've rested, let's go to the gym again, right? And then bam, as you can see, this thing just absolutely just took off like a rocket. Again, for me, traders, and an options trade as well too, that'll do pig, right? Bulls and bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. When you're trading options as well too, traders, I like trading buying. I like buying options a lot. So the best time to get out of the market is when the volatility is high. You don't want to wait. If this thing drops down, the volatility is going to get crushed out of these options. And by the way, if you start to get 300 or 400% return on your options, you know, that'll do pig, right? That'll do pig, as my mentor used to say. So that was the big thing that I wanted to share with you there, plus that Ford trade. And by the way, traders, it's like take what I'm teaching you here with XOM, right? With the daily breakouts, or sort of say in the energy sector, right? The breakouts and the volume. Take that pattern, right? Take what I'm teaching you right now on the weekly charts as well too. Take what I'm teaching you here, and even on Ford, right? This pattern here, and then just keep watching it over the next 12 months. Just keep an eye out for this, and just keep. Maybe if you don't trade it, maybe just track it for the next 12 months. Because if you start to see that this works more time than not, because that's what trading is all about, right? There's no 100% success rate. You're going to have losses, but if you could see at the end of this year, like, oh my goodness, I have seen 20 of these patterns, and I've seen 70% of them have actually worked. Well, that's actually a trading system. Do you know what I'm saying, traders? Like that's an actual trading system. Some are losses, most are profits. And so if you just track it for the rest of this year of what I'm talking about here with just some of these patterns, and that's the reason why I was happy to take Ford, because Ford has been a pattern that I've seen happen again and again and again and again. I'm just like, you know, I'm probably risking 20-30% because it's actually not a very strong breakout bar, but a small breakout bar. And again, I didn't expect to see this thing take off so big on Ford as well too. So and the whole purpose, traders, is right, like to be successful in the markets, just take this pattern and then just keep an eye out for it. You know, you might not want to trade it straight away. You might want to for the next 6 months. Maybe for this whole entire year, you just keep track of it. You maybe keep doing your own trading, but just keep track of this pattern. And if you see it, well, then you keep track of it. And then at the end of this year, if you like it, guess what? Now you've added another incredible pattern to trade, and you can start to stack these patterns. And that's all I do, traders. Like I just stack these patterns when I'm looking at this. When I'm looking at these markets, and that's all I do. I have a couple of different patterns that I'm trading, which really is a trading system. And the last thing that I want to talk about in today's video, traders, is the banking sector. I talked about why we're getting the Dow Jones. Like right now, what do we got here? It's 3:14 New York time. So we've still got, we've still got a little bit of time here left when it comes to the Dow Jones. You can see the Dow Jones has definitely been very, 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 very strong bouncing up, and now we're getting a breakout here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see the Dow Jones make some. I can't talk right now. I'm generally in trading mode right now, but I've been looking at the markets and doing my trading, and so I wanted to share this video with you. And so that's what I'm looking at there. But the big thing is what I see here is the banking sector. I've been watching the banking sector quite a lot lately, and we're getting very, very strong breakouts. You can see we've got a pullback. We're getting very, very, very strong breakouts on the banking sector. So JP Morgan's giving us a strong breakout. Bank of America, same thing, right? We've got the pullback here. See this? It's the same thing, right, traders? It's the exact same thing, right? We have the pullback, and then we have the big breakout, right? We wait for a pullback, we get in on the pullback, and then the breakout happens. I didn't trade Bank of America, traders, because I was in too many trades already from yesterday's trades. So Bank of America, right? Goldman Sachs, same sort of thing. Pullback, we're getting a bit of a breakout. And what's happened with Citibank today? Citibank's actually the one that's sort of not doing too well compared to all the other banks. Citibank has actually been very strong, trending down. But when you get a lot of these other big banks like JP Morgan and stuff like that, we're getting a lot of rise. So to me, traders, by looking at this, the banking sector, it does look like the banking sector, again, Bank of America as well too. It does look like the banking sector is getting ready to take on some serious price action or some serious movement. And you can see what's happening through here. If I go to my weekly charts once again, traders, you can just see what do we have here, right? What do we have? Let me just draw a trend line from there to there, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. They move up. And as remember I said before, traders, look at this here. So we had a move up. Why did we spend all this time going sideways? Because we spent a lot of time at the gym, right? We had a little move up, then we had a bit of a pullback. But guess what this here? A strong higher low. And now we're at this level through here. So we may have a bit of a problem. We may pull back a little bit through here initially. And then we're probably likely to see where we go. So Bank of America is looking really strong. And it does look like it wants to have a big breakout in the market. So big breakout in a lot of the markets that I mentioned to you guys yesterday. Especially the energy sector traders, I expect to see a lot more upward movement. Probably not straight away, but probably going to get a back end filling. But the energy sector, I'm very bullish moving forward this year. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new Breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new Breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go do that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.